We might be able to actually make that thing work. Have us some clean windshield. Heck yeah. Also looks like the pump itself is leaking. Stupid air conditioning hose. Well, I got it, I would say, mostly cleaned up. And I ordered the seal kit for it. All I'm going to do is drop this pan, change out the filter. Don't drop the tool in the bucket with all the shiznit. I mean, this looks exactly how you would expect it to look, you know, like shiznit. Let's go put her back. Why is it stringy? What happened? What? But what have I put in here now? I don't know if it's the correct blue or not. It doesn't look like the correct blue. One fully resealed and ready to go Ford power steering pump. This takes transmission fluid, believe it or not. Get down in there, get down in there. Then this windshield washer bottle. I just bought a new little pump and put in there. Of course, you know we got to test this, right? Yeah, this will be nice. We have all the lights working. And of course it broke as soon as I touched it. It's left me no choice but to break out my magic. Ta-da! Time to do some brakes. It's supposed to be halfway decent today, as I understand it. Maybe we'll get some sunshine, the rain will stay away, and all that stuff. That would be fantastic. I'll get my Pilates in. This is the package we were waiting on. Once again, thanks to Lead Brakes, Bill out there. I talked to him a little bit about the rear disc brake conversion we did, and we definitely, you know, one of the comments was something about the proportioning valve, and I hadn't thought of that. So we got some options here. This is a disc proportioning valve, so we can replace the one that's on the truck with this, or we can modify the one that's on the truck and then go with this adjustable one for the rear brakes. And my feeling on this, given that we've got some plumbing issues anyway, I ain't sure about some of them brake lines, is that we'll just go ahead and swap to a disc valve, which would be this puppy right here. I wish y'all would look at this. I'm still pulling briars out of this. Ow! These things are aggressive. What in the devil? I mean, what in the world? It didn't even, but it just broke up there. We got to start here. This is like the nastiest corner of this whole truck. I think it comes from the power steering leaking. But anyway, we'll figure something out here. I don't know. I feel like I need to go get a light. Yeah, that's much better. Oh my God, look at this. This is crazy town. This is our brake switch wire, which is supposed to be bolted to something and is not. Oh, this is just bad. It's just bad. Okay, there's bad, and then there's this, which is, I don't know what's worse than bad. Awful, horrendous, disastrous, catastrophic. Let's see if we can get this off of here. I'm just going to tuck you out of my way for now because you'll be annoying. And I don't like that. I don't like annoying. All right, let's clean this up so we can see what the hell we're looking at here. Disconnect the lines, I'm guessing would be, you know, step number one. If not, well then we'll just be out of order, I guess. Listen to all the birds this morning, okay? Listen to them. You know, it lets you know you're alive, I guess. Well, I guess it's a good thing that this is coated in 50 years worth of oil because, you know, we're not having to fight the brake lines. So that's awesome. Crap. Ugh, brake clean in the eye. Brake clean in the eye. Medic. Now I'm doing this with one eyeball like a pirate. All right, there's one. This one's a little rougher. Lord only knows when was the last time these were off of here, but I'm guessing not since 1977 when they were put on. 2 down, 3 to go. The crud is just falling off of this thing like melting snow. All right, I think I got this one now. Yep. Okay. That just leaves this back one back here. I needed to grab some additional weaponry. Okay, that one back there, I ain't real sure what that is. It feels like a 5/8. Oh, what do you know? Ow, 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 ow. Medic, medic. Can I get the same medic that we had out here earlier? Holy crap, that hurt. But did it come free? Oh, it did. Well, as long as that's the case, I guess we're all right, huh? Man, it would be nice if this was just a plug and play. It looks like it might be. I don't really know yet. But if we could just pop this one out and plug these lines right into the new one, we'll be in Johnny be good out here today, which would be awesome first thing this morning. And then we can use the rest of our day for more enjoyable activities. That really hurt. My thumb is on fire. Oh, man. Don't be a pansy, okay? Get your ass in there and get this work done. Okay, I got it off of there. Now what? Well, I can't believe that this is coming right out of here like this. I'll be a monkey's uncle, the second or third uncle on his mother's side. Look at that. Holy smokes. That has got to be one of the nastiest looking things I believe I've ever laid eyes on. This whole area, okay, is shiznit. And you want to know what's a little scary, okay? All right, you see all this moisture in here? I think we have a problem because it smells like gas. And this right here is our fuel line. And so I'm wondering if on the back side of that, it hasn't rubbed a hole in it because it's just rubbing against that box. If I'm right, and I'm pretty sure I am, and that fuel line is leaking, then we have to replace it. And the only way to be 100% sure would be to get all this hooked up and then run. Well, I guess I could run the engine. Let me think about this here for a second. I wish you would look at this. This is a travesty. Okay, this is a mucked up bunch of freaking crap under here. And it's up, you know, I did not want to get upset first thing this morning, but just dealing with this is upsetting me. What was my point here? It's going to be easier to deal with this fuel line before we put all this back together than it is after, I do believe. You know what? No, we're going to go ahead and stay on track here, okay? And we're going to finish this. And then we're going to check later if that fuel line is leaking. And we're going to clean all this up. We're going to finish this. And then if we find that the fuel line is leaking, then we'll deal with it, okay? We will deal with it. That's it. That's what we're doing, okay? I've consulted with myself, and myself said that's what we're doing. And myself is the boss, so we have to listen to what myself says. But I am going to try to get this as clean as I can, given the circumstances. So this is a red alert level of grunge under here. So let me work on cleaning this up, and I'll come back to you. Empty. Okay, I think I've got this about as clean as I'm going to, or as I need to, just for what we're doing here. This stuff's hard to breathe. This should allow me to get this prop valve thing done, and then, you know, check afterwards to see if we've got a fuel leak. I mean, it ain't perfect, but at least it don't look like it's been sitting at the bottom of Lake Manitoba or whatever the hell for 100 years. Alrighty, let's see. I don't know if this plumbing will just actually work, or, you know, what the story is, but let's check I know this one's for the rear, so let's check that. Oh yeah, we're good there, I think. Oh man, the dang cotter pin keeps getting my glove. Look at that. I was trying not to get my hands, you know, all gunked up. But if we gotta, we gotta. Hell with it. I gotta look at the plumbing from the master cylinder because it doesn't seem to align with this here. Here, I yanked these out of the truck, okay? This is the only issue we're gonna have, is the lines that go to the master cylinder. And really it's just the one. Well, it's both, because if you'll remember, this one broke on us. So we're gonna have to do some work there. I think they'll be fine. They're not like severely pitted, especially down where all the gunk is. They're just a little rusty here, but to me it's mostly surface rust until you get up to the top. This is the line for the front, and it just needs a new fitting here. And then this is the line for the rear. It needs a different size fitting to go into the prop valve. So we'll have to cut this off and put a different size fitting on it. Anyway, let me get these cleaned up here, and we'll start working on it. Oh, man. I try to keep the gloves on, okay, so I don't ruin my hand modeling career. So much for that. No soap commercials for me. We're doing this on a budget, okay? As much of a budget as we can. So if I can prevent or avoid buying new lines, because this crap's expensive, just like everything else these days, then that's what we need to do here. Break out my trusty box of brake parts. I got lines and fittings and all kinds of shiznit in there. And hopefully, I got what we need. Hopefully. Well, crap. Even with all this crap, I do not have what I need. Okay, let me run out to the Riley's. Well, they did not have the fitting that I needed, and after looking at this, it's the wrong size line anyway. We have to step it up a little bit for the rears now. So this is no good to me. I did pick up this joker, which should solve our problem. It's just going to be, you know, a lot of bending and whoozy whatsing and whatever. But the line for the front brakes is still works. We're going to have to back some of this out very gently here. Okay, so instead of 2 loops, all right, we're just going to have 1 loop. Okay, 1 loop, 2 loops, 3 loops, fruit loops. It don't really matter as long as it works. And as long as I can get this to flare and bend without breaking or ripping or punching a hole in it or what the heck ever, we should be okay. Ah, yes, brake line plumbing, the bane of any car guy. Or maybe not any, but at least this one. This is my flat bastard. It even says it right on there, flat bastard. Because it's a bastard file and it's, you know, flat. I didn't name it, okay? Yeah, I need this. Can we actually get the line out of there? Let me go clean this up. I don't know, but maybe with a little peanut butter and a prayer, I can get this piece of line out. It's working. Ha! Ha 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 ha. Should be able to run something in there and clean that up. And then we could try reflaring. Ah, yeah, look at this go. Guess we'll dump this on here, and which I cleaned up a section of this line here. And surprisingly, no pinholes or anything. We'll probably do all this, put it on the truck, plumb it, get some pressure in this line, and it'll go poof, and then I'll have to go out and get a whole new line and do this all over again. I got 2 brake line flaring kits, okay? And I have to use pieces from each one because both are kind of garbage. But you know what? As long as it'll do what I need it to do, I guess if I had to have 3 kits and assemble one out of them, you know, whatever. Shoo-wee. Yippee! Ki-yay. Here we go again. Everything loosely placed for now. And this one needs a little talking to, maybe, but it'll go. I firmly believe it. Okay, so now I just got to get this one run up there in the general vicinity. And then we can bend it maybe like that. Let me pull it down to me and bend it, and then we'll run it back up there. Okay, try that. Oh yeah, there we go. I think we're good. I think I'll just tighten all these connections up, and then we'll go up top and make sure we're good to the master cylindereo. Okay, so this is all on, and my line, okay, there's a clamp up there. I don't know if you can see, but it's right there. Maybe you can see the clamp better here. See, it's right there. Wait, where is it? Oh, it's right here. Here's the clamp right here I was talking about, okay? And that was quite the battle. But here's the problem I got now. I don't know if you can see, but way down there is the threaded adapter that I need for this end. So now I have to undo all the clamp work that I did and retrieve the freaking adapter. Life is good. Life is good. All that banging and everything over there is my neighbor doing something. I don't know what he's doing. Just ignore it, okay? Let's see, this is the fitting, and I need the fitting to go way up there. I can't push it up there from under here because my arm won't go that far, I don't think. Let's see. Let's just... Maybe I can get it with this. It's right there. It's right there. Don't go back down. Don't go back down. Oh, I'm gonna have to see if I can somehow reach way down. Oh, I got it. I think I got it. Okay. Whew. Yep, we're good. Okay, this was our line for the fronts. And I just need to get this bent back to where we can get it back on here. I'm sure this isn't gonna look factory anymore. So we'll bend this away, kind of like so. And then I need to see if I can get some curly cues in it. I probably should have done all the bending before I run the line on, but it is what it is at this point. We'll get it. Okay, we're gonna get it, don't stress. One more curlicue. I'll do it. There. It's like Henry Ford himself bent these brake lines. Now we're going to come out a little bit and then up, back in. Well, la-ti freaking da. Would you look at that? I mean, I don't know, it might not be my best work, okay, but it'll work, and maybe I could tidy it up a little more after we get the lines on, but we got to bleed this master first. I'm gonna have to get you guys to watch this for me, but basically I'm gonna bench bleed it on this bench. Was that even bleeding at all? I should have fluid right there, and I do not. So we'll try it again. All right, now I think we can get our lines more in order here. There. Would you look at that? I guess I was gripping the wheel a little hard, pushing the brake pedal. I'm gonna open up these calipers, let it gravity bleed for a bit. Boy, look how these have flashed over already, and all the rain we've gotten. You reckon if I leave this little protector boot right here, I'll remember to put it back on? Open up. There we go. Okay, gravity bleeding, check. Oh, look, there goes my rubber boot already. I had the rears open doing the same thing. This one's good. This one we're still waiting on. Okay, not seeing any more low pressure leaks, so we're gonna go ahead and get these bled. James is gonna help me get these bled up, or bled down, or I don't know, whatever you call it. Never did get any fluid out of this one. Okay, 3 pumps and hold it, please. Hold on a second. I had the bleeder on the other side open. James is just up there pumping for nothing. All right, go ahead. Oh, yay. Again, I do believe that's going to tidy us up here. I don't have any leaks that I can see, and everything bled out okay. Should be good. Okay, well, before we move on to anything else, raise your hand if you just want to take it for a drive after we've done all this work and, you know, see if we've made improvements. Raise your hand if you want that. I saw 100% of people in this garage raise their hand. So let me throw the wheels and tires back on this thing and take it for a cruise right quick. I want y'all to look at all the wheel weights. Can you even see? There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. 13 wheel weights on both sides in this wheel. Holy crap, man. That's that freaking I can't think of their names right now, but I'll tell you because I'm sick of them. This is the second time that I've ordered a set of wheels from tires from them, and both times have been a nightmare, and both times they don't know what the hell they're doing when they're just trying to get them mounted and balanced. It's aggravating, okay? Aggravating. Look, y'all, I went fishing and I caught me a work light. You see me reel that in? It's a big one. Something ain't quite right with the brakes. The steering is great though. The brakes don't feel like they're quite all there. Well, that drive went okay, except the brakes, you know, aren't good still. So I'm wondering if we don't have a booster problem. We're going to do a couple things right quick just to check that out. A real simple thing we could do is check this, is test this check valve. That is, if I can get it out. There we go. I mean, look at this. This is all crap anyway. Ugh. Finally. Now, if I can blow... Oh, you know, let me wipe this off before I go put my lips on it. If I can suck air through it, okay, and not blow air back through, oh yeah, shouldn't be able to do that. Looks like that's bad. Also looks like it was crispy at one point, which reminds me, okay, let me show y'all something. All this wiring, okay, it was all melty at one point. There's more up here. See how that looks melty? And then here we've got this, and same on the top side. Yeah, this thing was ablaze at one point. All right, so pretty sure that check valve is bad. The hose is 138 years old. The next thing I think I want to do, just to check and see what we got, is check our manifold vacuum. There we go. Holy crap. Okay, I'll fire it up. We'll see what we get. Vacuum is good, but while it was running and doing all that, I thought I'd see if I could figure out where that exhaust leak or whatever is coming from on this side. But we will get into that later, because I'm gonna pull these valve covers off and just you know, check the rockers, the springs, the push rods, and all that you can look at on the top end later. This truck got me doing some nefarious things today. Okay, I went and stole the check valve off a Huckleberry. I just put that one on for now and went straight to the carb, and it seems to be better, and the booster's acting the way you would expect it to. So I'm thinking we need to go through and bleed everything again. Maybe get some air trapped in the line. And I want to go through all those vacuum lines and everything. And from the drive yesterday, okay, it's getting warmer, and I got another problem I need to fix. So I'm gonna get cleaned up in here first, and then maybe we'll bring it in and tinker some more, huh? Well, y'all notice how that thing just fires right up now? Just fires right up. The starter, so much better, okay, when you fix that ground. I think some people thought I was just, you know, being overzealous or wasting my time or whatever, but I'm telling you, okay, I'm telling you, it's proven. Battery ground to engine block to body. All right, this is what I was talking about yesterday, okay? It's warm, it's a little warmer. I mean, look, I know y'all have heard me complain about the cold, but I hate the cold. I don't mind being warm, okay? But when it is warm, I like a little air, okay? That's all I'm saying. I'm really not that hard to please. Anyway, this right here, see this? Maybe you get the idea. I don't know what's going on in here, okay? But I know what's not going on, and that's window action. So, let's see if we can figure out why there's no window action. Now, we are not... Oh, crap. I dropped one of them stupid plastic washers, and I'm not even sure that's the right freaking screw. Or is it broke? I don't know. That don't seem like the right screw. We'll just set this garbaggio in here on the garbaggio carpet. Whatever's holding the door panel on is limited right now. So this shouldn't be too tough. Is that really all there is? Wait, we're about to... Uh-oh. What happens at the bottom here? There ain't no screws. No, God. It's going to be 85-year-old plastic clips that break immediately. Oh, what I tell you. Do I have to take the handle off? I hope that's the case, because otherwise I'm doing this for nothing. But I feel like the handle has to come off. It was just one screw holding that thing on there. Oh yeah. Okay. Oh no, they're not plastic clips. They're actually metal clips on plastic holders. So yippee-ki-yay. I'm not even sure they're the right ones. And this is broken. Oh God. So is this one. All right, we'll figure something out, okay? We can't worry about this right now. I started to say a while ago, we are not doing interior today. I just want to get this window rolling up and down. So when I do take it out, you know, I need to go get my El Manuel crank thingy. There's nothing happening here. Let's see. That holds the channel. So this must hold the regulator. That doesn't hold anything but the handle thingy. So the whole regulator is right here. Let's get it out. This is baby Senor. He's not as aggressive. You know, he'll ask nicely, okay? And then if you don't, okay, respond to asking nicely, that's when we go get a big Senor. You're coming off or else. It's going to be a pain in the butt trying to get the regulator off when I feel like we're missing something. Anyway, what I was saying was, it's going to be a pain in the butt trying to get the regulator off when it won't, you know, turn or anything. Maybe I'd loosen this. Okay, and by loosen, I mean take it completely out. Something happened. I don't know what. I feel like it needs to go to the other side of the thing. Hey. Crap. Nope, that's not going to do it. Our regulator is definitely shot, which, you know, to be fair, I kind of expected, which is why I already ordered a replacement. All right, if I set a little Senor in there, and then little Senor's cousin on top of it, I'm gonna hold it right there. Okay, let me go get the replacement regulator. I got this puppy here from LMC Truck. I don't remember how much it was, but it wasn't very expensive. And I ordered it because when we were out in the junkyard that day, Bill tried to roll this down and it wouldn't roll down, and he said, oh, it's stripped. So when I was on there ordering some other stuff, I thought, let me go ahead and get one of them because I'm pretty sure that's the problem. And I'm glad I did, okay? Glad I did. In the worst case, if this wasn't the issue, we could have always shipped it back. Oh, look, new fancy hardware that I can't get off because I've got my gun in there holding the glass up. Let's see, if that's in like this, then that. Okay, that's kind of right there then. Yippee-ki-yay. I gotta go in this way. That speaker got a magnet on the inside of it, and it keeps grabbing my shiznit. I'm gonna try and hold the window up. Get the regulator in here. Fight the magnet and the wires. For Pete's sake. I don't know how the wires are all wrapped around it now. Okay, there we go. Holy crap. All right, but I gotta get the, I gotta get it on the, I gotta get the roller in there some kind of how. There we go. Okay, now figure out the right spot. No, that's not it. Well, I want to come this way now. I'm absolutely positive. Oh, the magnet. The stupid magnet had me again. Get up there. Oh, we're close. There we go. Holy smokes. Let's see. We're going to call that puppy good. Now I got to find a screw that threads into there, and it has to be the right length with a tapered head. Okay, but you know, a lot of requirements to meet for a screw. I found one. I know, I can't believe it either. I did have to cut it down a little bit, but I think we're good. I'm not going to put the door panel back right now because we got to come back at some point and address this interior, and I just have to take it back off again. So, oh, look at there. I need to put my fancy spring on with my washers. So I'm not going to worry with the door panel right now, but I am going to put the handle back on in case we, which I'm sure we will, go for another ride at some point. And that we could check off. Oh, I wanted to lube that up. Peanut butter should do it. Peanut butter always does it. Oh, what? Too much? I don't see how that's possible. Look at that. It's like brand freaking new. Okay, so what I decided to do, okay, because I wanted to get brakes checked off, right? So off camera, we got the vacuum, the booster and all that's fine. I got James to come out here and help me, and we re-bled the brakes again, and took it back out. Also, and I topped off the transmission fluid. So took it back out, and it's fantastic. The transmission is so much better. The brakes are so much better. But I did find a whole new problem, with some cluttering and clanging up front. Yeah, pulling it in and out of the garage and down the driveway, there was like a blicka, 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 and then, this, okay? I even forget what they call this arm. I know there's a name for it, okay? I don't know, I don't remember what it is, so for today, we'll call it Petunia. Now, Petunia here has lost her rubber. Actually, I could probably just pull that completely off, but that's a problem. So I'm going to order some some new petunia arm bushings, and I guess we'll have to change those out. But since we're in the just fixing random shiznit mode, I'm gonna go ahead and address this bumper too. See how this is like caved in? I don't know if you could tell, okay? But it's caved in. Here's where it's creased right here. Like this one is fine. I got some finger in there. This one, not so much. So we'll work on fixing that right quick. But I need to go get Brutus to do it. I'm going to ratchet strap on this and at the same time beat on that crease over there. I see no reason why this shouldn't work like a charm. Hold on to her, Brutus. Hold on. Well, would you look at that? It's fixed. A few days later now, and I did get a couple of things, one of which being Moog. I got the bushings for those petunia arms. Because that definitely has to be done now that it's been found, okay? But what really needs to happen here, okay, is we all need to take a step back and stop looking and finding stuff. Because I'm tired of finding shiznit to fix while I'm fixing other shiznit. But it does need to be done, so let's take a look here. Now, I have, I told you I don't know much about Ford, so I went and spotted a couple of things online about like how you replace these petunia arm bushings. And I see people get, you know, take the wheel off and the springs and all that stuff, and then they're ratchet strapping a bunch of crap. And I figure, what if we go about this a different way? Boy, that is really bad though, huh? Anyhow, these petunia arms are mounted to this cross member here, which is 3 bolts on each side. So, well, why don't we just drop the cross member, which should bring the petunia arm, or, you know, maybe free it up. Slide the whole thing off, put new bushings on, and then, you know, put it back together. Now, will that work? I got no idea, okay? No earthly idea, but it's worth giving it a shot. What's the worst that could happen? Famous last words. Peanut butter, butter, butter. That's what they're going to put on my gravestone. What's the worst that could happen? Where's the rubber? Boy, that thing is sitting right down on it. It's probably wore a groove in there. I guess we'll see when we get it off. Holy crap, that's terrible. Pretty terrible. So we've got 3 bolts on this thing. One here, and one underneath here, which you really can't see because of the biblical level of gunk and crud. Uh-oh. Is that one a rivet? No, don't tell me that's a rivet. Oh, no. Surprise, surprise, the briars. Oh my goodness. Y'all think that's a setup, but I swear to you it's not. They're real briars. Correction, it was a rivet. Ha-ha! The air mangler is undefeated. The undefeated mangling champion of the world. All right, now we just got to get these 2 actual bolts off, and then you know, we'll hit the other side over there right quick, and then the whole thing should come down, right? That's the idea here. Put the socket on the inside, and then hit it with Baby Senor on the outside. There we go. Shock and all, baby. Shock and all. Oh my gosh. It's like a clown show under here. Y'all can't see, but I can't get my arm in here because of the dang body. Okay, got you that time. What ingenious plan can I come up with here to get that rivet loose? I could bang on it from the underside, I guess. We got to try to punch it through the frame anyway before we can put this back. So just as well give this a shot, I suppose. Turns out maybe the other way is easier. I don't know. Boy, it is really holding on to that freaking rivet. I guess maybe the air mangler needs to finish the job. There we go. Okay, I think if we jack the truck up just a little bit, should be able to slide that off. I miscalculated just a little bit, okay? The whole cross member doesn't actually come down. It's just these pieces. There's one more nut under there that we got to get loose. And in full disclosure, okay, I already got the other side because it was, well, it was cruddy, but it was less cruddy, okay? And I did get the other side one off. I didn't know about these nuts here. Oh crap, I don't know what. Of course, this one is a completely different size than the one that's over there, you know, because junk. But I did get it off, which is kind of cool because that means we're going to be able to swap these bushings without all the other circus freak crap, you know, with the ratchet straps and all that. The other one was like kind of pressed into the cross member, so it was like a stud. This one kind of feels that way too, but it's turning the whole stud. Don't tell me I'm going to have to do more angry stuff. Let me grab some vice grips here. You know, a lot of times the vice grip is all you need in this world. The other side was all bolts and nuts, okay? Over here we got rivets and riveted studs that turn, and maybe that's why this side was wore ass out, because it's a hodgepodge of general crap. Oh, it was a bolt. It had so much crud on it, I thought it was just round stud. All right, whatever. Okay, see if we can get this off now. See there? That's all I think that we needed. Oh man, it does have a little wear in it. This is our petunia arm bracket that I just pulled off, and I don't know how well you can see it, but it's wallered right there. So maybe you can see how it's at around right here, which is the bottom, which is where that rod would have been riding. So, you know, that makes perfect sense. Now our bushings, these are our new bushings, okay, and they do, when you put two of them together, they will take up almost all, well, yeah, all the space that's in between there, which means that rod, it will now be riding on this rubber. And I thought about trying to get like a bushing sleeve in there or whatever, but this one fits as far as that goes, but it's not, the inside diameter is not large enough to slide over that rod, so I don't have any that will work. So we're just gonna have to put it together with the jacked up rod and the jacked up petunia arm holder and with the rubber bushings, and it'll last for as long as it lasts, I guess, which will probably be longer than I own the truck, so that works out fine for me. Okay, works out fine. So I'm gonna lather these up with some grease and throw this back together. Had a little hardware issue, okay, but We got over that because we adapt, improvise, and overcome. Okay, that's what we do here in Hammer's Garage. But anyway, I believe these are all done. Yeah, so this should be much better. Definitely on that side where it was clankety, clank, clank, clank. And of course, while I was under here, I did spot a whole new problem, which is right here. Okay, yes, that's transmission fluid. And no, it's not from the pan. It's from, let's see, my light's in the way. Let's see, can you see it now? It's from this shaft that's coming right down here. It's running down here, and then it runs here, and then it, you know, this thing stops it, and it comes out here. That's a goody gumdrops. So, you know what we're going to do about that? A grand total of absolutely freaking nothing right now, okay? I'm going to get this cleaned up, and we're going to get back on stuff that we're supposed to be on. You know, the original list. Not the, oh crap, I found a whole nother problem list, which is a secondary list to the primary list. We got to focus on the primary list and put the second. There's probably going to be a thirdary list, and a fourthary, and a fifthary. Oh, good. Now we're on to the portion of our program that I've been dreading, which is we got to try to figure out this exhaust leak on this passenger side over here. And I know this because out in the junkyard I couldn't get to that back spark plug because of this air box here. So I'm thinking, because I want to take these valve covers off and clean them up anyway. I know the driver's side is leaking. I got some valve cover gasket. So anyway, long story short, here's what we're going to do. I'm going to pull the spark plug wires, pull the plugs out, pull the valve covers off, and I want to check, you know, rockers and push rods and that kind of thing. Check compression on this side. I just want to verify that we don't have anything going on funky with the engine itself, drivetrain or whatever, or valve train, I mean. And then we're going to have to say a prayer, okay? Because if I don't find anything there, then we're going to have to take the manifold off, the exhaust manifold. And, you know, that generally means bolt breaking, okay? And I'm not in for bolt breaking today. So open up your Bibles and go to whatever verse you think will help me get this done without it turning into a nightmare. I go to the hood. We're going to try to shed a little light on the subject here. There we go. Look at that. Fancy. I'm just marking these so I know where to put them back without having to, you know, figure out a bunch of crap. This heat shield, okay, all this evap, whatever crap can take a flipping freaking flying height, leap, whatever. I hit this with the peanut butter earlier. Oh, well, apparently I didn't even need to. It's just coming right off. How's that possible? I'm hoping it's just the two nuts here that holds this piece of crap on here. I don't know. Oh, I see. They're not really nuts. They're like these stupid, like trim nuts or something. Same mess of baloney back here. This one's kind of just halfway falling apart in the fingers. What in the heck do we even need this for? Okay, let's see about getting the valve cover off. It's all fun and games until you get to the one in the back, or the ones, multiple, okay? Plural ones in the back that aren't fun anymore. Now, if I'm right, there's at least two more back there that I can't even get a visual on. That one, which would be the worst nightmare of all the nightmares, and then there's probably one up there somewhere which might not be too bad. And then if I do manage to actually get it off, how do we put it back on? Ow! Ow! That hurt! I got this fantastic mix, or combination, of knuckles and extensions, which are sure to lead to ultimate success. Can I get it on there? There's a lot of sharp shiznick down in here too. I don't know how on earth you're supposed to get that. Maybe you're not. Maybe this valve cover is supposed to stay elusive. Is it turning it? I will never, ever get this back on. This is obscene. I'm kind of afraid to take it off, really, because I don't. How would I ever get this back on? Don't worry. I found it. Okay, let's try it again. I'm thinking I could get it off with my fingers with the socket. Well, you gotta be a freaking contortionist. Okay, I didn't sign up. I'm not a circus freak. I'm hoping this is the last one. I can kind of see it from up here. Just can't really get to it. There's that it. Yeah. Holy crap. Will that get me? Oh yeah. Okay. Can we get it out? Holy smokes, man. Oh boy. Joker was rusty at one time, huh? Yeah, those push rods don't look great. Very, very rusty. That one won't budge. That one will spin, that one will spin, that one spins, that one spins, that one spins, this one spins, this one spins, this one will not budge. They're all oiling though. It's just a lot of scale and crud in here. Yeah, I guess it's a good thing we got to it when we did. This back plug back here, we never could get out because, you know, couldn't get to it. So this is the first one I want to look at. It's fine and it's not very old, so somebody managed to get back there to it. I'd like to know how. I got my compression tester gauge thingy hooked up. Put a little mark on this one that I'm not sure is spinning, and we'll see if it is or not. And I'm going to start in that back cylinder and just work our way up front and see if we see anything wrong or obvious or whatever the case might be before we go trying to take an exhaust manifold off of here. What'd we get? Oh, that's good. Okay. I see that didn't budge. So they should spin, but if it doesn't, does that bother anything, I wonder? Like, should we just leave it? Or should I try to free it up? I couldn't see if was it going up and down? I couldn't tell. Well, this will tell me. Oh, that's good too. They're all, so far, both of these are hitting like at 130. So that is nothing to sneeze at, okay? Which you wouldn't want to sneeze at stuff anyway, all right? It's nasty. You blow boogers and snot and germs. Don't be sneezing at people or stuff, okay? Since this is the one that's given us an issue, this will be the one most interesting to see. Or I'd say giving us an issue, you know what I mean. Although it looks like it moved. And it's a little lower, but it's not horrible. That's at 120. Okay, I don't think we have any issue up here other than, oh, it's spinning now. I guess it was spinning the whole time. Why didn't y'all tell me? I will go ahead and check this last one, but I'm sure it's fine. And so that means we got to get an exhaust manifold off of here because it definitely leaks somewhere. crap. All right, before I even try and attempt this, I'm gonna soak all this shiznit down with the peanut butter. And then I'm gonna let it sit, and then I'm gonna come back and soak it down with more peanut butter. I'll probably do that 2 or 3 times. And then we'll come back. Look, briars. Holy cow, look at this. Ow! That joker got me. Look at that. I mean, that's a torture. That's a death thing right there. That's the kind of stuff, okay, they used in medieval times to like really hurt people. All right, it's sometime later, okay, and I got one. Ow! And it's still smoking hot. This one, which you can see, is still smoking. And it's pretty scary, okay, because I don't want to break them off in the head. So it's a lot of heat and peanut butter and heat and peanut butter, and then it, you know, all that stuff. I think there's, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There's 7 more, okay? So let me just work on getting these off, and I'll come back to you. Okay, you all are absolutely not gonna believe this, but it's true. I got every one of them out without breaking anything. How about that? Oh, and here, if I open this up, okay, you open this up like that. I don't know if you can see, but right here, right there, in that bottom corner down there, okay, for sure, was a leak there. Those 2 spark plugs were sooty. I don't know if you can tell, okay. You see like the soot on the, right there where it says auto light or whatever. If you look at this one, relatively clean, and then this one has all the soot on it. So anyway, I believe we found the problem. And now I just got to get gasket coming. And I'm only going to do this side, okay? The other side ain't leaking. So it's one of those, if it ain't broke, don't fix it kind of deals, okay? Because this was a huge pain in the butt. I want to say I got an hour and a half or so into just getting these bolts out. But it'll be well worth it. Okay, we get rid of that exhaust leak because it makes it sound like crap. Okay, and that's the last major fix. So if I can get this buttoned up and we fire it up and we don't have that leak anymore. I'm also thinking while I got these off, okay, we're gonna clean these up. We're gonna see about making these look better. We need to stay in motion here. I did get the gasket ordered. That'll be coming, but in the meantime, we need to go ahead and get this valve cover off. That way we can clean them up together, maybe get them painted. And then I'm gonna get in here, okay, while we're waiting for the gasket, and I'm gonna clean up all this wiring. I need to check some of that too, where it was melty, make sure we're not shorting out anywhere. And vacuum lines, clean all this up. Maybe we spritz a little Ford blue in here. And we'll be looking good here. My fancy hood light died on me. That was expensive too. I got that a long time ago, I want to say from Summit. And but the battery doesn't last for crap, which is a shame because it's really handy while it works. Well, that stupid brake line sticks out a mile, huh? Who was the jackass that bent the brake lines like that? Me, I'm the jackass. This valve cover is definitely leaking. I've seen it. I've seen it with my own eyeballs. Oh, holy crap. Here we go again. Trying to reach something that don't want to be reached. Oh, my darling. Oh, my darling. Oh, my darling Clementine. Well, it come off easily. Yeah, relatively so. I got you. I got you. We didn't have any problem over here, so I didn't really expect to see anything crazy. And we don't. It looks fantastic. All right, let me get down from here before something terrible happens. Alrighty. Bucket of hot water. Dump some simple green in there. Let these puppies soak. They're disgusting. This one used to say something on there, but can't tell what. Can't read any of it anymore. So in the bath you go. Let them soak for a bit, and then we'll get them scrubbed. Scrub-a-dub-dub. Okay, 2 valve covers in a tub. We really are making some progress here, which is, you know, that's a good thing. Well, it's like giving a baby a bath. Ooh, look at that bath water. You sure are filthy. What did I tell you about playing outside in your good clothes? I just don't see any amount of scrubbing on this earth that's going to actually get these clean. Okay, well, while I'm waiting for my gasket to come in, although that didn't have a gasket on it. So, I don't know. Well, I'll just put some of that paste on it and put it back. I'm going to clean it up and then we'll see. May use the gasket. I have a gasket ordered either way. May use the gasket, may not. I haven't decided yet. But my point is, while I'm waiting for that to come in, I'm going to go ahead and clean a bunch of this up. Yeah, we're going to... I'm going to pull this wiring, inspect it, get all this mess vacuumed up. That's a wire I ran for the choke. It's kind of temporary. Get all this vacuumed up, cleaned up, and, you know, make it look better. And I got to figure out this shiznit here, too. I don't even know what that's supposed to be, but looking down there, it looks... Something don't look right about that. It don't look Ford. Of course, I don't know how much I'm really going to worry about that part of it. Maybe I just throw some tape over it or something, and there we go. But I do want to get this cleaned up and tidied. So I'm going to work on that while we wait for a gasket. This is dedication to the cause right here. Okay, this is what you're seeing. The pain and suffering. Things are moving along here. Okay, we've made some improvements. I got the wiring addressed. Okay, I haven't loomed it up or anything yet, but there was a couple of melty spots. So I put in some jumpers. I got my wire for my choke. I redid this air conditioning compressor switch wire because it, well, you know, you saw it. I spritzed this a little bit. And I'm getting ready to deal with this. Now, I did order a gasket, okay, but in looking at it, doing a little research, there was no gasket on it. So what I see people do with these Fords is use this copper shiznit. So I feel like what we need to do is use the copper shiznit. Now if I can get it on here. I got this cleaned up as best I could. Crap. How do I get this in here? And make sure I get it around the bottom and stuff. Let's see, if I do these first, then I'm going to get it all over myself when I go to do the back. Maybe I just put it on with my fingers down in there. Okay, copper shiznit, here we come. Oh, copper shiznit, oh, copper shiznit. I hope that you actually work. Seems to be good and shiznitty. But anyway, you're supposed to put this stuff on there and then let it sit for an hour before you bolt it back on. So I'm gonna smear this stuff on there and we'll let it sit. Come back and, well, you get the idea, bolt it back on. I went and put my gardening gloves on. And you may be wondering why. Because, okay, these freaking briars. Look at this. I swear, I'm gonna whoop up on some briars, okay? I'm gonna whoop them. I'm gonna whoop them real good. Look at this crap. I can't even get them all out. They go way up here. They're just kind of, hidden everywhere. Uh-oh, I'll try to get these with my bare hand. Liable to bite me. I swear, if I find too many more briars, okay, in this truck, I'm gonna whoop something. I'm gonna whoop it real good. Well, I talk a lot of crap for somebody who tips over putting his drawers on every morning. Well, I feel like it's been about an hour, I guess. I'm gonna run a little anti-seize. I clean these manifold bolts up. Oh man, this shiznit gets everywhere. So that we can make sure if we have to do this again, we can actually, what the heck, get it out. Where's the freaking bolt hole? Hopefully, I'm not gonna run this one all the way in just yet. Hopefully this solves our problem here. And it doesn't sound like it has asthma. And people are shooting and my light keeps falling and I don't know what the heck's going on here. And it's trapped now. What the heck? Just get in there some kind of way. I don't even care how, really. Holy smokes, man. You gotta be kidding me. Oh shoot, I forgot the anti-seize. Boy, I am having a time. There's one back there that I actually have to get from underneath. I don't know if y'all can hear all that shooting or not. That happens a lot around here. I do it myself sometimes. I probably should have taken the time maybe to clean some of these threads or the holes up. All right, I think we're good. The bossy around stuff on the back of the package said give it 24 hours before you put it in use. And we're gonna do that, okay, because I don't want to risk an early blowout, all right? Mostly because I have zero interest in doing this again, or at least anytime soon. So, I'm gonna put the plugs back in, put our valve cover back on, and finish this wiring and put everything back together here. Yippee-ki-yay, it's raining, okay? Which is not a big deal because I'm in the shop, but Huckleberry is outside, and I'm not done with him, okay? I weren't really ready for him to be taking a bath just yet. I am 99% buttoned up here. We got the manifold back on, I got the valve cover on, I put the plug wire, everything is straight. I gotta finish wrapping that wire across the back there, and then I gotta go out and get me some more vacuum line for the brake booster and for the breather thingy back there. But mostly done. And when we get it done and put our lid on, we'll be well, you can't find the dang hole. There we go. We'll be basically looking like this, And then once we're straight, we'll get the whole engine bay cleaned up and this will be good to go. I'm confident enough where I'm checking it off. And the water leaks, it was okay. I checked it, so I'm checking that off too. And if we blow a line, it overheats or whatever, then we'll address it. But it runs pretty cool and it doesn't drip or leak anywhere. It just looked like some seepage, but it could have been something else. Yippee-ki-yay! I'm whooped, okay? I think we got quite a bit done in this video. So I'm gonna wrap it up here and I'll let you know about the exhaust leak, okay? We'll run it next video. We'll run it and check it and you'll see that real soon, okay? Coming up. So, hope you liked this video. Hope you got something out of it. If you did, like, share, subscribe, all that stuff. Tell your friends, wake the neighbors, and make the kids sit down and watch it. Well, maybe not little kids, okay? Teens or something. I don't know. Your call, okay? You're the parent. But we're getting real close to be doing some fun stuff. So we'll see you real soon. In the meantime, I get off the couch and go wrench on something. I got to go get cleaned up for Sunday grub.